Victims don't look like aliens, like this one off Google Images, or this one from that film Aliens. So how do you tell if someone's been body snatched? Well, as a group were to find out, you can tell through marked changes in the behaviour of an individual, and Lisa's behaviour was certainly about to change. In this clip, Lisa can be seen drinking both olive oil from a bottle and washing up liquid from the stem of one of those washing up brushes that has washing up liquid inside it. Gavin, her boyfriend, assures me that she would never have done this before being alien body snatched, and he should know. And in this amateur footage, she can be seen asking a lamp for directions to the train station.
Do you happen to know where the nearest train station is? Excuse me? Excuse me? I was wondering if you happen to know where the nearest train station is.
It just wasn't Lisa. It wasn't her. And from that point, just nothing in the holiday was normal. Everything was bizarre. It was just, you know, we did karaoke and CG was singing badly, which never happens. You know, Dobber was staying awake like a whole day at a time, not having a nap during the afternoon. Richard started speaking in some weird sort of hybrid accent that was kind of part Spanish, part Eastern European, part, you know, retard.
The chef, we take this. It is a beautiful flower, but we stamp it beneath her foot. It is nothing. Because the chef needs more. Because she has made chili, she has made horrible drinks for us to drink.
And Kyla, who, you know, is the most insatiable, man-hungry woman I've ever met in my life, was looking at pictures of women in bras on the internet. And that just didn't make sense. And just the oddest thing, I was talking about, you know, everything that had happened with Gavin, and I realised halfway through our conversation that I was kind of, you know, bending down to speak to him. You know, and not just because he was Welsh, because I kind of got used to the accent, sort of. You know, I can pick out, you know, the odd word and stuff enough for it to make sense. But I realised I'm bending down because he's only 5'6", which was odd because before the phone call, he was 6'5". What we have here with Gavin's hide is a first-class example of oppositism. Now, oppositism is something that happens with body snatching, where just the world goes topsy-turvy and things just are the opposite to what they were before. So if we look at the chart, if we look at this graphic rather that I have here, you can see on the graphic that 6'5" is actually the exact opposite height of 5'6". So really we have just a first-class example, like you said, of oppositism. And what happens then is the subjects, the original body snatch subjects, can go on to snatch other subjects. Now they can do this either through prolonged, sustained contact with another human, or the other snatch might occur through another phone call, a further phone call. So there are two main ways here of an alien snatching bodies and snatching further bodies.
Although it's unclear whether it happened when he took a phone call from the man claiming to be the government, or from his exposure to Lisa Worley, the next victim of body snatching was group member Robin Lawrence. In this footage, taken on the first day of the holiday, Robin can be seen being his normal self, a bean-feast-fueled mentalist running around like a twat. But just a day later, things would be very different.
So Dobber, being the selfless guy that he is, took Lisa outside to hug her for 5 minutes. And I think he thought that he could make her better. I think he honestly thought that. And he didn't realise at the time that not only was it not making her better, but it was going to make him worse, ultimately. And I remember about an hour after that, I think it would have been the last time I saw Dobber alive. And just the weirdest thing happened. It was just I looked at his face, which is weird anyway, because I've never done that before. And it was really strange because he kind of looked a lot like Lisa. It was kind of subtle, but it was like, I don't know, it was like he'd sort of taken on her, without being her, he'd taken on sort of her facial characteristics and was wearing glasses. Because it's difficult for the aliens to find a suitable body, much like it's hard to find a suitable organ for an organ transplant, you know, that will take, when they do find a body that they can snatch, then the further snatches they make, those bodies will take on the characteristics of the initial body, because they see that as a great model. You know, they see this as a model they've had success with, and they want to, you know, go along those lines for further snatches. And then, just for one sort of magical second, everything seemed normal. He got up from his seat, and, you know, he flipped as a bird. And he said, "Fuck you guys." And we thought he was going for a nap because, you know, with Dobber, we thought maybe things are going back to normal, he's ready for his nap. And then about 30 seconds later we hear this scream. Dobber's scream. And we ran upstairs about 3 minutes later, and we found him.
Robin Lawrence was found dead with his head flushed down the toilet. Although photos taken at the scene were seized by the FBI, here's a photo of another man with his head down the toilet, in case you can't imagine such a scene.
The police said it was suicide. He said he drowned himself, but I know Dobber. No, I did know Dobber. And he wasn't that sort of person. I mean, like the day before, he'd been running around the garden like a fucking maniac and, you know, drinking special brew because it was cheap and didn't get him bloated. He was doing all the things that he enjoyed doing. And, you know, I'd never seen him in such a good mood, not for a long time. And he's just not the sort of person who would kill himself by flushing his head down the toilet. And I said that